Yeah, I'm here with Battalion Chief Keith Ambrose of the Albany Fire Department, and what we're going to talk about today is kitchen safety. Now, Georgia ranks number 6th overall in the nation for kitchen fires, and what we're going to talk about is some kitchen safety. What are some things that people do need to be careful of, you know, when they're cooking, and there's a lot of people, there's kids running around in the kitchen, it can get hectic. What are some things people need to watch out for?
Just be aware of your surroundings while you're in the kitchen. This year alone, we've had over 144 fires that's been related to cooking fires. You know, when you're in the kitchen, just remember that's what you're in there for. You're cooking. And a lot of times, folks, like you said, the kids run around. It's a hectic day. Just remember that if you leave out of the kitchen to talk to family or friends or something, and grab a dish rag or a spoon or something other to have a reminder in your hand that, hey, I've got something on the stove, I need to get back in there. With the kids running around, just make sure all your pots and pans with the handles are turned inward towards the stove, so little ones can't reach up there and snatch a pot down on them. If you're opening up the oven to check the turkey or the dressing, just make sure that the kids are far enough back that they don't touch the doors. You know, them ovens are 350 to 400 degrees, and it don't take but just a split second to have a second-degree burn on a child's hand or your own hand. So just be careful, be aware. Don't wear loose-fitting clothing as you're around, reaching inside over burners. You know, there's heat that are giving off, and it will catch fire, and your clothes will catch fire. So, you know, just really be aware of what you're doing. Keep your mind about what you're doing, and pay attention to the stove. You know, it's not going to turn off by itself, and it's not going to, if that eye's on, it's going to continue to heat, whether you're in there or not.
Right. Now, one of the things that we have some tips here, they recommended keeping a safe zone around the stove for kids especially. Yes.
With the kids, yes, keep a good 5 to 6 foot safe zone. You know, that, look, while I'm cooking, I'm in this is your area, you stay back from here. You know, just if you turn around carrying a pot and the child's right there on you and you stumble, you can turn boiling water on yourself or worse on the child.
And in the event, hopefully the unlikely event of a fire in the kitchen, what do you recommend people do?
If it's a grease fire, put a lid on it. Never throw water on a grease fire. If you throw water on a grease fire, it's like adding fuel to it. It just makes it boil over, spread, and it'll run all over the place. If you put a lid over it, shut the eye off, and you know, let it smother itself out. Once you think you've got it out, don't take the top off to check and see if it's out. Leave the top on it. If it's you know, if it's where you can't get it, get everybody at the house. You know, of course, call 911. That's what we're here for. And you know, don't try to put the fires out. That's our job. You know, get everybody at the house and let us come do what we have to do.
All righty. Well, Chief Ambrose, thank you. We'll be back with more safety tips for your Thanksgiving Day with Chief Ambrose a little bit later. Right now, we're going to send it back to the studio. Chris, what do you got for weather? I'm here with Battalion Chief Keith Ambrose of Albany Fire. And what we're going to talk about today is if you plan on traveling for Thanksgiving holiday, maybe you're going to a relative's house or whatnot, we want to talk about leaving your house and steps you need to take before you actually head out the door to go wherever you're going this holiday season. What are some steps that people need to take before they leave?
First and foremost, make sure that everything that you have on, have been using, make sure it's off. Irons where you've pressed your shirts, make sure that they're unplugged and off. Wives, make sure your curling irons and all that's unplugged. You know, get down the road or 40, 50 miles away from the house and wonder if you've unplugged everything.
So one of the things that we were actually talking about before the break that a lot of people probably don't think of is posting where they're going on social media. You send out a tweet, you say, going to my cousin's house, going to my grandma's house today. That can actually be detrimental to the safety of your home.
I know our friends with APD and the sheriff's departments, they've been warning people, you know, if you're going out, don't broadcast it over social media. Your friends aren't the only ones that see that. And you know, unfortunately, this time of year, there's bad folks out there that read that and say, hey, they're away from the house. Perfect time to go. And usually if you're gone, your neighbors are going to be gone also.
Right. Now, what about leaving some lights on in the house? I know we say unplug everything, but the fact that your house is dark if you don't leave any lights on could be a sign towards people who do want to come in.
Right, it shows them that you're not there. Timers are a good thing to have lights come on and off at different times. You know, just make sure that if you do leave lamps on, that they're proper bulbs, not over wattage with the bulbs. Make sure that you know, that your shades and all aren't pushed up against the bulbs, because they do give off heat and can eventually, you know, if something happens, you've got flammable stuff around it. So keep everything clear, but you know, that's not flammable and any way that can cause an accidental fire. But yeah, leaving lights on, you definitely need to do that, because when somebody coming by and it's a dark house, they know nobody's there.
Right, absolutely. All right, well, listen, Chief Ambrose, thank you so much. Chief Ambrose is going home to celebrate Thanksgiving with his family or sleep, one or the other. Well, thank you for joining us. Before you do that, we wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. I'm headed over to Winn-Dixie for a couple shopping tips for people who may have actually burnt their turkey.
Right.
Hopefully they don't have to call you, but that's where I'll be next. Chief Ambrose, thank you again for joining us.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Sasha, we're going to send it back.